Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we have something hilarious for us today. Why is it hilarious? Because the feminist doctrine has started to fail again. I know, we can all laugh and rejoice about it, and that's the greatest thing. Laughing and rejoicing about it is the greatest thing we can do for feminism and how cancer it is. Olivia Wilde, even though she played in the show House, and she was supposed to be the eye candy that everybody was supposed to watch. Remember, Olivia Wilde, there's only one reason why you got that, and it wasn't because of your acting skills, it was because of your actual attractiveness. You probably should remember that. The only reason why you were in that was because eye candy for the viewers. So, know your place, first off. So, there you have it. And now we have where her movie is not doing good. Oh my, that doesn't seem so good. So, we seem to have a bit of a problem here, and how bad it is. Ooh, not looking so hot. Let's get directly into the article and see exactly what's going on. Don't worry, darling, like so many superficial feminists, Olivia Wilde has been exposed as a woke phony. How ironic to see her career climbing hypocrisy blow up in her face at the most disastrously awkward movie premiere in memory. Is everyone excited to see actress and director Olivia Wilde's new movie, Don't Worry Darling? Nope, and that would be correct. Critics say it's an absolute flop of a sappy wokery and mostly bad acting. But never mind that, the gossip and entertainment awards are transfixed by the never-ending drip of spicy drama pulling around the movie's production. It's got every gloriously tantalizingly ingredient of slam dunk hit reality TV show. Feuding cast members, passive-aggressive slights, leaked videos, abject rudeness, one of the most disastrous movie premieres in recent memory at the glamorous Venice Film Festival, and hot young actors. Now there's a hit! Where to start? Wilde prepares to be fighting with everyone, starting with the film's leading man, who is also her current boyfriend and a full-time pop star, Harry Styles. Styles flat out refused to stand next to Wilde on the red carpet when he was encouraged to do so by Wilde's assistant, and he wasn't the only one. Leading Lady Florence Pugh, who is the only actor in this film to get rave reviews, pointedly refused to even look at Wilde during a 4-minute-long standing ovation Pugh received inside the letter. Aww. She's just not this great person that she seems to be, now is she? She too avoided touching Wilde on the red carpet, which was fantastically entertaining in the sheer awkwardness of it all. Pugh also refused to do any promotion for the movie whatsoever, except for the appearance in Venice. She looked gorgeous, flew in just in time to miss the press junket, and quickly departed. Then there was Spitgate. A video making the rounds was purported to show Styles putting in on actor Chris Pine's lap during the movie screening. Pine's publicist said this didn't happen. Finally, the movie was nearly derailed early on when the original choice for the main character, Shia LaBeouf, left the film under shady circumstances. Oh my, I wonder why that is. What in the world could have happened on that movie set to create such a toxic environment? Well, I mean, you're dealing with a feminist. I mean, what else do you expect? All they do is spew toxicity. That's the only thing they're able to do for both women and men alike. So, I mean, they're not really good for both genders. Let's be honest here. For the answer, look no further than Olivia Wilde herself. She's long played the role of girl boss, but it's becoming clear every day that she's just another woke phony, or a piece of shit human being. There's also that. Up until recently, I, like most of us, never gave a moment's thought about Wilde's career. I obviously knew her name, but beyond that, she wasn't someone who mattered much to me. Well, yeah, because she was only her real, true acting, I would say, that she was in that anybody liked was due to the fact of House, and I think the only honest reason why she was selected was not due to her acting skills, but because of her attractiveness, and that was pretty much it. Other than that, you were just, like I said, you were eye candy. And in any other film or movie that you were in, or show for that matter, was because you were eye candy, not because of any other reason. But do a quick Google search of Wilde and you'll see what she's all about. You'll find images of her wearing t-shirts that proudly declare her girl boss feminism. You know the type. The self-declared activist woman exemplified by the pink pussy hat ethos of the early Trump years. The type that was spurred to righteous action by Hillary Clinton's failed presidential campaign in Trump's election. One of her teachers screamed the feature is female ejaculation, which is absolutely disgusting, and I just can't believe it. A long squealing skirt on Andy Cohen's Bravo show was a present with the four feminists. Another shirt declared feminist as fuck. Do you get that? She's feminist. Great, cool, nobody cares. Feminism is cancer anyways. Wilde has told interviews that she was raising her son to be a feminist. She's called out the hypocrisy of the male-dominated Hollywood, and so on. Yeah, because a female-dominated Hollywood would do wonders for it, wouldn't it? By the way, Hollywood is what we would call cancer, and I would say questionable at best. Not really the greatest look, I would say, for Hollywood, and I would be hard pressed to believe that some of the Hollywood actors are not, called child grabbers. But I digress. But when push comes to shove, it appears like the uber-feminist Olivia Wilde wasn't the righteous activist that she portrayed. While promoting her movie, Wilde claimed that the actress LaBeouf was fired from the film due to a no-ass policy on set. LaBeouf is currently being sued by his ex-girlfriend, FKA Twigs, in a Los Angeles court for a relentless abusive relationship, sexual battery, and infliction of emotional distress. Oh my! I mean, that can't possibly be a good thing, right? For his part, LaBeouf has admitted that he hurt that woman and many other people. Regardless of both, he was Miss Twigs deserved to have their day in court. LaBeouf was LaBeouf, or whatever you want to pronounce his name. I don't really care. I don't like actors, and I don't really like the Hollywood actors in general. There's only a very, very select few that I may slightly enjoy, and that's just because they're less into politics and more of like seeming like genuinely decent human beings. Was apparently upset by Wilde using the dark moment in his career to gang up press for her movie, so he released a damn statement of his own. He disputed Wilde's claim that he was fired and said he quit. LaBeouf claimed that he didn't have enough time to prepare for the role and rehearse with his co-stars. He is a notorious method actor. He came with receipts that included messages between himself and Wilde that laid out his concerns. There's also a very strange video that Wilde shot herself while driving while she begged LaBeouf to stay on, and she even appeared to trash Florence Pugh. I too am heartbroken, and I went to figure this out. She just to the camera. I think this might be a bit of a wake-up call for Miss Flo, and I want to know if you're giving to this shot with me, with us. If she really commits, if she really puts her mind and heart into it at this point, and if you guys can make peace, and I respect your point of view, I'll respect her. But if you guys could do it, what do you think? Is there hope? Is there hope? You let me know. Nah, as special policy. The video proves not only that Wilde was lying about firing LaBeouf, but that also appears to be throwing another woman under the bus. That's not very feminist as fuck. No, because feminists eat their own. That's kind of what they are. They're not really good people in general, is my personal opinion. We don't know what went down in the movie set, but we can assume that Wilde was complicit in making her lead actress feel unheard and potentially unsafe. Is it unfair to shine that this spotlight on Wilde when there was a boatload of male directors who have made their actors feel uncomfortable and much worse over the years? Yeah, she's so feminist, why there's more women being, directors and stuff. I mean, possibly, but Hollywood isn't exactly known for having the highest moral standards. Well, of course not. It's Hollywood. What do you expect them to be? Fucking angels? What makes this situation so fascinating is that Wilde has presented herself as no ordinary feminist, but the most feminist, progressive, liberated female director imaginable. She's implying all women will be safe under her leadership. I don't think so. Most women are not safe under feminist leadership. And no woman is safe under a simp leadership. Let's be perfectly clear with this. Come on, we can all guess what happened on that set. Wilde was outed as fake, just like most of the other wealthy white women who despise conservatives who have recently jumped on the feminist bandwagon. I don't know about specifically putting white women here. I think any feminist that is like Olivia Wilde is bad. So, let's just put that out there. I don't think putting specifically white women is the correct way of doing this, but yeah. Who can blame her? I can. It was a great career movie in uber woke Hollywood. Wilde fitted herself nicely into this largely superficial movement that hasn't really achieved anything. Agreed. And purposely, well, no. It has achieved some things. It has achieved to completely destroy women. So it's done that, and it's trying to eradicate everything that men do. So it's achieved some things. Let's not say it hasn't achieved anything yet. And purposely excluded women of color, women of lower economic means, trans women, and of course conservative women wear the worst and might as well be part of the Trump patriarchy. Well, that's not entirely wrong, but just because it doesn't exclude necessarily women of color of anybody of economic means. It just makes women of every race worse. It excludes women that want to be traditional. It excludes women that want to be their own people. It excludes women of, trying to be more feminine. That's what it does. It pushes a mantra of women that is essentially bad for them. That's what it does. These so-called fourth-wave feminists are so excited to lecture everyone else about values, but they fail to realize that those values are in their own lives. The feminist movement eating itself has been a source of fascination of mine for years. Some of the loudest voices in the cause have turned out to be the biggest hypocrites. See the leaders of the Me Too movement: Amber Heard, Sheryl Sandberg, Girl Boss founder Tiffany Armourso, and the Wing founder Audrey Goldman, just to name a few. Now it seems we may be able to add Olivia Wilde to the list. Maybe you should be worried, darling. Okay, well, great. But again, the whole feminist thing has cheated some things and has done damage. Now we have also the reason why some people also don't have a great thing with Olivia Wilde is because Olivia Wilde cheating on Jason Sudeikis with Harry Styles is real reason for tension with Florence, which is kind of normal because she's fitting that normal feminist doctrine in general. Most of these, she's a typical modern female. Of course she's going to cheat, and she's going to fit that normal female statistic that we have in modern day. So we're not really too surprised with this. And she also seems to be going about the self-righteous bores and bullies. Jordan Peterson fires back at Olivia Wilde's attacks. Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry Darling has been fraught with behind-the-scenes controversy over who's dating who spit on who, and if Harry Styles looks better in a dress than Wilde. I don't know what the movie is about, other than the actor Chris Pine is a bad guy, and Wilde patterned him after Jordan Peterson. Now our dude has responded to the betrayal. To recap, Wilde had this to say about Pine Peterson and her being an idiot. She didn't say the words "I am an idiot," but it's heavily implied. We base that character on this insane man, Jordan Peterson, who is a pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Yeah, let's call it the incel community. Yeah, that's what it is. They're basically just franchised mostly white men who believe they're entitled to sex from women. No, but keep believing that, you fucking cunt. And they believe that society has robbed them. It has. That the idea of feminism is working against nature. It is. And that we must be put back into the correct place. Yeah, they're actually succeeding in many different ways. But this guy, Jordan Peterson, is someone that legitimizes certain aspects of their movement because he's a former professor, he's an author, he wears a suit, and so they feel like this is a real philosophy that should be taken seriously. Okay, first off, the reason why so many men are falling to Andrew Tate, or Jordan Peterson in particular, is because they're trying to look for guidance. They're looking for people that they can look up to for some type of masculine figure, because society has been beating down men so hard that this is what we're coming to in society. Men are looking for that. They're looking for that guidance. And there's feminism, and the society is beating down men over and over and over again. So boys and men are looking up to these people, these male figures, to look up to something that they can idealize with. That's the reason why. And Olivia Wilde is the type of people that keep on beating down men. I feel sorry for her kid. I think her kid's going to be real fucked up later in life. I really do. Our favorite argument has, as the kids say, clack back. The comparison is one he finds flattering. Pine has a reputation for being an unattractive man. Those are Peterson's words. We here at the louderrecrowder.com website are more Chris Pratt people, but we all agree Chris Evans is the worst Chris. Well, we could say that, yeah. JP said something much more JP-ish. I also hope that Chris Pine at least is not a satirical splendor of my very formal public wardrobe justices, as he polarizes me in the latest bit of propaganda disseminated by the woke, self-righteous bores and bullies who now dominate Hollywood and who insist that the production of such tripe. I don't know when the movie comes out. I also don't care when the movie comes out. Though I'm not trying to think of someone who could portray Peterson, sound off in whatever comment section of the social media that brought you here. Blah, 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 blah. We get the gist. And also at this as well, that the movie's not doing so hot. It's at 42%. And with only 38 reviews, it's not doing great. We'll see how it really plays out, but I think this movie's going to be a bomb. It's going to be a complete disaster. And I can't wait to see it really fall into deaf ears. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care. Oh, and fuck feminism.